Hey River Kids Dream Team, it's Alex and I'm here in our 3's room and I've got a couple of important updates for you, our Dream Teamers that serve weekly, as well as maybe this is your first time getting ready to serve in our 3's room. So here are a couple of tips and a little bit of training for you. In the 3's room, we serve obviously 3-year-olds, so there's not any diapering that's taking place or anything like that. We do have some supplies that I want to highlight here. We have our snacks here, which in the 3's room we serve animal crackers and goldfish. We have these cups for small portions of water along with their snack each Sunday. This is what we serve our River kids. Up on this top shelf, I know accidents happen and some of our kiddos might need a pull-up or they might come in with a pull-up. And so I do have extra pull-ups and wipes up there just in the event that that's something that a particular child needs. Something that I want to highlight in this room are these little cards right here. So there's these postcards, all sorts of different little sayings on them and things like that. This is an opportunity to encourage you, to encourage our River kids and our River kids families. And so you can pick any one of these postcards up, write the child's name on this side. We will do the addressing for you, and then write a little note on this side of encouragement. Maybe a kiddo had a hard day and they didn't want to leave mom and dad. Maybe just write them a note saying that you love them and you can't wait to hang out with them on Sunday, and sign it from you so that they know that that came from Miss Sarah or whomever the teacher is for that service for their child. And then we'll do the addressing and the stamping. So take a minute to encourage our River kids and their families. You know, maybe one child every week or send a postcard every once in a while. That's a way that you can continue ministering to our families throughout the week. Something I want to reiterate about bathroom policy. So in this classroom, they are required to be potty trained 3-year-olds. Like I said, we might have some accidents, which is why you have the wipes and the pull-ups. But over here, this sign on this kid's bathroom says, this bathroom is for River kids to use only on Sunday mornings. So I want to make sure that we're honoring that policy. If a child needs help in the restroom, I can holler at another Dream Teamer in the room. I can say, hey Ashlyn, I'm headed into the restroom to help Mallory, and I'll put my foot right here and I can coach Mallory on what she needs to do and all the things and help in a way that is both appropriate and safe for the child and safe for me as a volunteer. So keep that in mind as we have kiddos needing to use the restroom during service. I want to mention one more thing over here in the whiteboard. This is a great way for you to communicate with us. Sunday mornings are busy and we get that, but we want to make sure that we are serving you the best that we can and equipping you the best that we can. This whiteboard is something I look at every single week, or a member of our team looks at every single week. So if there's something you need to communicate with us, just write it up there on the whiteboard and we'll make sure to either make that happen or follow up with you. So the whiteboard's a key component of communicating with our River Kids staff team. Something I want to highlight in this training video is our service flow for the 3's room. Our 3's room is growing and that is very exciting, and so we're working hard to equip you so that you can manage, and not only manage but enjoy your serve time. And so we've created a new service flow that the first 6 to 8 3-year-olds that arrive, the children will come over here to the table side. On the table side, we will be doing our coloring page, we will be serving snack, and we will be telling our Bible story. We'll do this with 6 to 8 children on this side, and then I'm going to invite Ashlyn to tell you what's going to happen on the carpeted side of the room when the next 6 to 8 3-year-olds arrive.
So once the table side of the room is closed, when those 6 to 8 kiddos are all over there, the next 6 to 8 kiddos we're going to have come to this carpeted side. And I'm going to close this door and lock it so that the kids stay separate on both sides of the room. And on the carpet side, what happens is there are options for free play where the kids can play with the toys that are on the cube shelves. There is a bookshelf over here where kids can read. There's the house, and there's a table over here where kids can still have separate play while still playing all together on this side. Make sure when you're on this side that you're actively engaging with the kids, whether that's playing with them, that's reading with them, talking to them, just staying engaged so that they can be engaged with you as well. And then after both 15 minutes are up on both sides with both stations, the kids who are on the table side are going to come over on this side so that we continue the rest of our service flow together.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so I'm inviting these 6 to 8 kiddos over here. Ashlyn and I are now lead teaching together. We're actively communicating with one another. Hey, Ashlyn, can you make sure so-and-so is sitting on their pockets? We're supporting each other in the classroom because we know this is not an easy task to get our 3-year-olds prepared to worship and engage with one another. So we will encourage all of our kiddos. Now it's time for worship. So we're going to get them all on their sit spots. They might be standing on their sit spots. And then in the classrooms each week, it's going to be our River Kids staff goal to provide the children with various ways of worshiping. So this week you might have scarves in your classroom. Next week you might have ribbon sticks in your classroom. The next week you might have egg shakers in your classroom. We're trying to make sure that we're providing creative and engaging ways to model for our kids what worship looks like. During this time they've already had their Bible story. Remember, they've already done that Bible story and had their snack and done their coloring page on the table side of the room. They've already had some free play to get the wiggles out. Now it's time to focus on Jesus, because if you remember our River Kids core values, we love God, we love others, we do our best, and we have fun. While I'm mentioning those 4 core values, I want to remind you that all throughout all of River Kids, every single classroom, that's how we redirect behavior. We redirect behavior by reminding them, hey, we are worshiping because we love God. Let's focus on worship. Hey, we're not going to poke our neighbor and tease our neighbor because we love others. Reminding them to do their best so that ultimately everyone in the room can have fun. So in this area, we're going to do our values, our worship, and then we might review our big idea. And then during our dismissal time, while we're awaiting checkout, we're going to play our curriculum video so that the kids remain seated. There's a good chance that you might run out of content before service is over. If kids want to engage in free play, again, that works just perfect. In fact, what I encourage you to do is use the carpeted side for carpet play and use the tile side for table activities. For example, if a child wants to build with Magnetiles, that's a perfect table activity. If a child wants to use plastic animals to talk and do that kind of thing and pretend, that's a perfect table activity. If a child wants to build with our large Legos, that's a great carpet activity. The books or the playhouse. So that way we kind of disperse the large amount of kiddos we have in this room so that when parents come to pick up, it doesn't feel as chaotic. It still feels like a pleasant environment. You all are doing an incredible job caring for all of these children in the quantities that they're coming to our services. And so we just are doing our best to equip you to serve them even better and to ultimately make your serve time more enjoyable. There's one more thing I want to reference, and that is our secure checkout. In the 3's room, we do provide our children with suckers upon dismissal. I want to remind you that every kid gets a sucker. Every kid gets a sucker. So I really encourage you, if somebody's really having a hard behavioral time, don't hold that sucker over their head. Their sucker is just a transition item that we give them as they're on their way out the door. Because remember, we correct behavior out of those core values. So the sucker is not leverage, it's just a gift on their way out. So remember that as you're dismissing kiddos. These security tag instructions are right here. We match the name tag alphanumeric code to the parent pickup tag alphanumeric code, and we place it right here on the security template. Therefore, it's secure checkout. We say that we have a secure River Kids environment, and we want to honor that for our parents. Also, our goldfish and animal crackers, this is an allergy notice posted. Keep that in mind as people are dropping their children off. Also keep in mind, kids that are entering with snacks, we need to just remind parents that we don't bring any outside snacks in at this age group, And so if we can send them back out the door, the snacks with the parents, that would be the ideal scenario. Another reminder about allergies, River Kids is a nut-free environment, and so we need to make sure that we're honoring that as well so that we can keep all of our children safe and healthy. You're doing an incredible job. I'm incredibly thankful for you. Our whole River Kids staff team is incredibly thankful for you, and we'll see you Sunday.